What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Sales Secrets episode 540. And every day on Sales Secrets, we share 3 secrets to help you maximize sales and make more money today. In today's show, we will be covering secret number 1, my secret weapon for sales deals that every account executive needs to maximize value and decrease churn. Secret number 2, the only secret about retaining top salespeople that I hope none of my competitors ever discover. And you don't want to miss this secret to retaining top salespeople. And it's secret number 3, my secret SDR KPI every sales development rep needs to book more appointments simpler, easier, and faster than ever before. This is the one secret KPI you do not want to miss. And for those of you that don't are maybe first-time listeners, it's great to meet you all. I'm Brandon Bornanson, CEO at Seamless.ai. I'm a serial salesperson, entrepreneur, and marketer. I've had the pleasure or the hell of selling over $100 million in sales and building two 8-figure companies. And I'm joined by my co-host and marketing genius, Jonathan Pogod. Jonathan, what's going on today?
What is up, Brandon?
Happy Thursday.
Yes,
and
sir.
Our mission with this show, why do we do this show? What's our mission with this show? Our mission with this show is to help you maximize sales and win President's Club, which means you've generated over $1 million in sales using the technology, using the secrets, using the strategies that we share with you today and every day on the show. And when you do win President's Club, we ship you your very own custom award at presidentsclubawards.com. And if you've won the award, don't forget to apply at www.presidentsclubawards.com. Also, for anyone tuning in globally, this is a live show. In the comments, we'd love to hear your name, your location, your title, your feedback. Let's make this as interactive and valuable as possible for you. We've got our green screen, Emily and Dana. They're in the rooms. They'll be managing comments and thoughts, you name it. And we're going to bring you up on the show virtually, and we'll answer your questions, your feedback, your thoughts. So let's dive into secret number 1, my secret sales deal weapon that every account executive needs to maximize value and decrease churn. And actually, before we do, we've got a quick word from our sponsor.
This show is sponsored by Seamless.ai, the world's best sales leads. Get direct dials, emails, and cell phones for anyone in seconds. Request an invite to join for free at Seamless.ai. That's Seamless.ai.
All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. Number 1 secret weapon for sales deals that every account executive needs to maximize value and decrease churn. So we've talked a lot about this when we're pricing products. You know, we spend a significant amount of time analyzing all the competitors in their space. What are they pricing products at? What is the value that our solutions and results and transformation and the gap, right? You hear a lot about Keenan gap selling. What's the gap? What's the transformation that you deliver? And this secret weapon that we use and that every account executive needs is whenever, you want to make sure when you're closing a deal, you want to make sure everyone gets an amazing deal. And you'll always achieve a lot more if everyone you deal with feels like they're getting a great deal. Make that your personal ethos. Look for the win-win sweet spot. Sorry, guys, we got a bunch of people coming into the office here. Let me pause that. All right, so you want to make that your personal ethos. Look for the win-win sweet spot. So whenever we close a deal, I charge 10% or less of the value so that I know my customers are getting a 10x return. For example, Seamless, our platform, costs a few $100 a month, and we have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of customers who have won President's Club Award, generating millions of dollars in sales, you name it. That return, let's just say a license is $5,000 and they generate $1 million. Do $995,000 divided by 5,000, boom, that's the return, right? That multiplier is insane. With any product that we come out with, we charge 10% or less of the value and results that we deliver to our customers, because we want to make sure everyone gets a great deal. We want to make sure we're always over delivering, over servicing, and undercharging for the value. Because if you work with someone and they feel that they've got a steal, they've got an incredible deal, they would have paid 3, 5, 10x more, they're going to refer you to other people. They're going to retain forever. They're going to be a lifelong customer. Your LTV is going to go through the roof. The referrals on that deal is going to go through the roof. And the expansion revenue at that account or with that customer is going to be insane. So whenever we close a deal, we charge 10% or less of the value so that we know our customers are getting a 10x return. And we will not do a deal. We will not work with a customer. We will not sell a product. We will not coach someone. We will not let someone in our mastermind or our software or our training, you name it, if we don't believe that they're going to make it at least a 10x return. That's secret, my secret weapon for sales deals that every account executive needs to maximize value and decrease churn. JP, and by the way, audience, I'd love to hear in the comments section, what thoughts, what thoughts you're thinking of. We'll pull you into the show. Jonathan, what feedback do you have as we wait for some listeners to tune in or comment?
Yeah, shout out Zach, Colby. I see you in the comments. See some others in the comments too. So price to value is huge, right? So some of the sales folks on this call, on this live stream, might be thinking like, well, I can't change our price, right? How do I do that? So one way that you can think about this is really understanding the impact that you're making with the solution that you're selling, right? And diagnosing, which I'm sure a lot of you, or if not all of you, are doing today, is understanding the problem that you're looking to solve and how big is that problem, right? Are you solving $1 million revenue problem? Are you solving a $100,000 revenue problem comparable to the price that you're charging and the deal that you're giving them, et cetera? Chances are you're looking at a 10x result, right? Similar to what Brandon was mentioning. So yes, you can't change the price, but you can absolutely diagnose and prescribe the value based on the solution that you're looking to solve.
Yeah, and one of the things that we do to do that is we always ask ourselves, is this crazy to do? Is this insane to do? Is like pretty much on every product, every platform, I yell at marketing, and I yell at our marketing team. I yell at our sales team that we're giving up too much value. I'm like, there's no way we're going to include this. There's no way we're going to include 18/7 support. There's no way we're going to include all this sales training, all of this content, all of these sales leads, uncapped lead research. There's no way we're going to include TAM, our new product offering, at that price. I'm going to kill you. And that's when we know we're doing the right thing. When you feel like it's a steal, like you're giving it away, and that value is insane, that equilibrium is insane, I think you're in the right realm of possibilities. Like I get debates with Jonathan, I get debates with Mason, I get debates with Mike Hopkins, our VP of revenue, all the time. And they're like, hey, what's your 10% rule? Charge 10% of the value or less and create lifelong customers. So hope you enjoy. Would love to hear in the comments, your thoughts, your questions, what you believe. And now we're moving on to secret number 2. The only secret about retaining top salespeople that I hope my competitors never discover. And we're going to dive into that after a word from our sponsor.
This show is sponsored by Seamless.ai, the world's best sales leads. Get direct dials, emails, and cell phones for anyone in seconds. Request an invite to join for free at Seamless.ai. That's Seamless.ai.
All right, welcome back to the show, and thank you for everyone tuning in. By the way, we can see the comments, so wherever you're tuning in from, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, share in the comments who you are, any questions, thoughts, feedback you have. Let's make this as interactive and engaging for you as possible. The only secret number 2, the only secret about retaining top salespeople I hope my competitors never discover. Look, losing top talent has a price. It's damn near expensive, right? If you've got a top talent there's a cost to losing that person or losing that group of people. And the greatest example of this is look at the Super Bowl with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. Like, Bill Belichick thought that he could get a better deal, thought that he could build a better team, thought that Tom Brady was overrated, right? And then they get rid of him. And then look what happens. The Patriots fall apart. Because once you have top talent, and it happens all the time, a CFO may be looking at 2 or 3 of your top sales AEs or your top SDRs, and they're like, whoa, they're getting paid more than me. They're making way too much money. You name it. But guess what? Losing top talent has a price. And it's typically a dramatic multiplier. And a great example of that is look at the Super Bowl, Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. And the way to get over your ego, I think this is destroyed. Like, I think this happens because of egos, Jonathan. Like, people have egos, CFOs have egos, VPs of sales may get pissed that a certain rep is making so much money and they're working so hard. Like, by the way, for anyone that doesn't know how a VP of sales gets comped, they typically get comped based on the quota attainment of their team and their performance of their team. So AEs can make a lot more than VPs of sales, but VPs of sales, they get to manage and coach everyone on the team. So it's just a different comp structure. And I've seen a lot of VPs of sales get jealous, pissed because certain AEs are making so much money. Certain SDRs are making so much money. Certain marketers are making so much money. And then they try to either cut their pay, lower their pay, remove the comp structure, change commissions, you name it. And the best way to get around this is you got to pay your people more than they're worth. Kind of like the first secret, you want to give, you want to charge 10% of the value. Like, I think you should pay a multiple for what your people are worth. And you also, money's great. Like, once you're making sure that you're paying your people more than they're worth, I think that you need to invest in your people. So if they left you and they left your company, they're better off than when they got there. And they tell everyone about it. Like, I want to overinvest. I want to go all out in investing in our people so that if they leave, they still tell so many people about how amazing it was to work at Seamless or work with us that shit, it brings in a ton of people and they leave smarter. So, and potentially they rebound. Like, life is short, in different cities, in different locations, different talent. You're going to be working with a lot of the same people throughout your entire career. So I want to overinvest in people. I want to pay them more than they're worth. And then that way, if they leave, they either refer a ton of people or they bounce back. I forget what we call it. It's like the throwing
boomerang.
Boomerang. I want to see them boomerang back. And that way it's just this like never ending referral machine. And then lastly, a great secret about retaining top salespeople is you want to inspire your people to do more than what they believe they can do on their own. I think that's critical. Like, every leader, whether you're in sales, marketing, entrepreneurship, or whatever, like, all of us are living below our potential, and we need to inspire the people that we work with. We need to inspire the people that we manage to do more than they believe that they can do on their own. But you got to do it in a way that isn't about you making money. Like, I don't give a shit about inspiring my team to maximize their potential to make me more money. If I inspire them to maximize their potential, they will maximize their success, which maximize the company's success, which then will eventually lead to making more money.
Yep.
Like, all of our company meetings, everything we do, I want to maximize our team's potential because we're all living well below it. I've lived below my potential my whole life. I'm still doing it now, and I hate it. I don't want to be the guy on the deathbed that could have achieved 1,000 more things, like, that could have changed the world. And instead, no one inspired me or coached me or motivated me or told me that I could do it, right? So that's what I think great leaders do. They got to inspire their people to do more than what they believe they can do on their own. Losing top talent has a price. Don't be Bill Belichick and miss out on the Super Bowl because you were an asshole. And that's secret number 2. Any thoughts or comments from Jonathan? And then we'll look to the audience on their thoughts.
Yeah, I'd love to get the audience thoughts as I kind of unpack this a little bit. There was a lot there. I love motivating people to be greater beyond themselves, kind of like what you talked about, right? I think that's strong. The thing I dislike the most is losing top talent to comp, because I think comp is the easiest conversation you can ever have in this world, right? What's the impact that you're driving? And are we paying you appropriately or even overpaying you based on those accomplishments, right? Because finding replacement for top talent is so expensive, right? You have to think about the gap that you're going to fill while they're gone, the cost of recruiting, not only if you use a recruiter, but even if you use an in-house team, like what's the opportunity cost lost, especially if somebody's in sales, right? You have to get somebody on board, ramped up, trained, build pipeline, and making revenue. And that goes for any position, right? There's always going to be this ramp up period. So you would be doing yourself a disservice if you're not doing everything you can to maximize the potential of that individual on your team, no matter what department they're in. So don't lose top talent, right? If it's not a culture fit, that's a different thing altogether, right? Make sure they're absolutely a culture fit. If it's about something else that you can help impact, whether it be comp, whether it be work-life balance, benefits, whatever it may be, right? Those are always the easiest conversations to have, in my opinion.
Love it. Love it. Awesome. And Yvonne says, that's it. Well said. Thank you, Yvonne, for tuning in. Great to have you on the show. Appreciate you. Matthew says, Canada's best salesperson said, instead of thinking you have a $10 solution to a $2 problem, rethink it until you see how you have a $10 solution to a $100,000 problem. That's awesome. Completely agree. Great feedback there. And then we got some love from the audience. Zach says, look for the win-win sweet spot. 100%, man. Appreciate that. That's awesome. And yeah, would love, keep the comments coming, guys. Oh, here we go. Carmen says, as I interview, I'm constantly asked, don't you want to make money? You can say you want to make money. I appreciate your response, because I always say I want success. I want to grow. I know if those things happen, the money will follow. Yeah.
Yep.
And also, like, when people want to make more money, it's like you have to come to the table with how you're going to make the company more money and then why you should get a piece of that action. For example, we've got a video guy or had a video guy, then like, if you want to make more money, it's like, okay, well, use video to drive more users, use video to drive more demos, use video to drive more sales, and we'll figure it out. You name it. Like, you got to be coming to the table with how you're going to make the company more money and why you should make more money. And how do you create a win-win commission structure or bonus structure that rewards you for that? So that's secret number 2. The only secret about retaining top salespeople, I hope my competitors never discover. Now let's move on to the last secret. This show, we always cover 3 sales secrets to help you maximize sales and make more money today. The third secret, my secret KPI every sales development rep needs to book more appointments. Simpler than ever before. JP, are you ready?
Let's go.
Audience, are you ready? Let us know if you're excited to see the secret SDR KPI every sales dev rep needs to book more appointments simpler than ever before. And we're going to cover it after a word from our sponsor.
This show is sponsored by Seamless.ai, the world's best sales leads. Get direct dials, emails, and cell phones for anyone in seconds. Request an invite to join for free at Seamless.ai. That's Seamless.ai.
All right, my secret SDR key performance indicator, that's what KPI means, every sales development rep needs to book more appointments simpler than ever before. And I bet you the majority of SDRs out there aren't even tracking this. I'd love to hear in the comments of this live feed if you're tracking this KPI. And it is, you have to track the number of inactive days between you and your prospect. And then you're going to use this number to prioritize who you follow up with. Inactive days, what does that mean? So inactive days means the number of days between the time that you heard back from your prospect. So if I email John, JP here, marketing genius, and he gets back to me in 24 hours, the inactive days would be 0. Okay, let's just say I reach out to JP and I give him a call, I give him an email, and I don't hear back to him in 5 days. Inactive days would be 5 days. It's the length of time that you've had an engagement from the prospect that you're trying to book an appointment with. And you want to track the number of inactive days of engagement with your prospects. The prospects who are the most engaged, where the inactive days are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 7 days, 1 week or less, you've got the greatest likelihood to book those prospects onto an appointment. The prospects with inactive days of 10, 15, 20, 30, they're probably very unlikely to book.
Already
Their
forgot about
likelihood
you.
to book anyone with the inactive days of 10 plus out is like virtually non-existent. So what you want to make sure you do is you avoid investing all of your follow-up time with the people that are highly inactive. They're inactive for a reason. Whatever you're saying, doing, offering isn't of interest to them right now. And you got to take ownership in that. I believe 50% of the ownership should be on the salesperson, right? Because you have to show the value. You have to show the reason. You have to show the transformation of your solutions to the prospect and why they should buy from you right now. But let's just assume you're the top 1% because you've read Sales Secrets, because you've read 7-Figure Social Selling, or because you've read whatever it takes. Boom. And you create the value and you show the transformation that these people are going to have with your product. And no matter what you do or no matter what you say, they're just inactive. Well, wake up every day, prioritize your prospect follow-up list to book appointments by number of inactive days. And always hit the zeros down first. The people that are most active and actively engaged with your content, your calls, your emails, your social touches, your videos, your text messages, you name it, track that all in your CRM. Those are the ones. This is like lead scoring for SDRs. This is one KPI that drives a significant high lead score for you to quickly find the money, quickly book the appointments, quickly close the sales. And I'd love to hear in the comments, guys, what you think about inactive days. Are you using it? Do you have any questions on how to use it? And you just got to program it in HubSpot, program it in Salesforce, Dynamics, whatever CRM, Pipedrive you're using, Zoho, program. It's a simple macro. And if you could just Google like inactive days Salesforce, inactive days HubSpot, figure out how to program it into your CRM. Shit, go on Fiverr or Upwork, pay someone the $100, the $50, the $1,000 it takes to get inactive days tracked. And then that way, this is one of the most important KPIs for SDRs to track on who the heck would book the fastest.
Super easy. If you're doing outreach and using a CRM, it's already in your activities object, right? Get your sales ops person, yourself, whoever it may be, a dev, your admin to hook that up for you. Shoot, even if you're using a spreadsheet, let's hope there aren't too many of you out there, right? But let's say you're using an Excel spreadsheet, column for last touch, column for next touch, create a little formula there to show you inactive days. Super easy to do. Got an idea for a bonus tip, Brandon. Should we give him a bonus tip?
Yes, and real quick, the Facebook user says, brilliant. I never thought to look at the inactive days in that way. I'll definitely be using this so I stop wasting time with uninterested prospects. That's the key, 100%. I wish it said their name. I think they got to enable it with our live streaming app, but that's okay. Thanks for tuning in, Facebook user. Yeah, it's just a great way. Like, time is our biggest asset that we'll never be able to get back. And once it's gone forever. And if you're spending your time with people that will never buy from you because they don't believe in themselves, because for whatever excuse, limiting belief they create in them from external forces, internal forces, you name it, don't waste time with them. And it's helped us, build one of the fastest growing SaaS companies in the US. Highly recommend using that. And JP, what is the bonus secret?
This is a bonus for our audience because I want to do a little bit of role playing here, right? So I'm a VP marketing here, right? The VP of marketing here at Seamless. I'm super busy, right? We've got lots of priorities and I get pitched 20 times a day, right? And it's very easy for me. And I'm sure a lot of salespeople listening in can relate to this. My first go-to is, I'm a little busy right now. Reach back out to me next week, next month, whatever it may be, right? And there's a lot to unpack with that too, right? Maybe they didn't potentially show me how their product can increase revenue for us. But what are your thoughts on inactive being qualified prospects? And what's the delta between inactivity and not interested?
I think inactivity is a high indicator of I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much totally relative. Like with any deal, whether it's trying to book prospects on appointments, let's just say you've held a demo and you've got demo held and you're trying to get it to close one deal. The number of days between that demo and the closed one deal, if it keeps going longer and longer, especially inactive days. The Facebook user was Gabe. What's up, Gabe? Thanks for tuning in, man. Thrilled to have you on the show. The longer that goes, the greater the trouble, the less likely that deal is going to either book the appointment or close the sale. And this is a great thing for inside sales VPs of sales to look at. You know, if SDR is forecasting, I'm going to book these 100 prospects in these 10 demos, and, you know, the 10 people that they're forecasting they're going to book have inactive days of 10, 15, 20, 30, 45, 50, you name it. You can easily call bullshit on that deal. So it's a great tool for SDRs to use to prioritize their calling list and their emailing and social selling and bookings list. It's also a great tool for VPs of sales or directors of inside sales to use to help coach their reps. Like, okay, JP, you really think this deal with Netflix is going to close, but they've been inactive for 25 days. You've not heard from them in 25 days. Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Because based on the data, and then you could also run you could do average inactive days of booked appointments, average inactive days of close one deals. So you know what is the average number of inactive days. Some companies, the inactive day could be 1 day. Some companies with high ticket, low volume transactions, it could be 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. So it's all dependent on your business. And you've got to figure out what is the average number of inactive days for you. What are our greatest likely deals that close? What is their inactive day marker? What are the deals that we always lose? What is their inactive day marker? And when do we close, lose them? You name it. So that's our recommendation and our secret SDR KPI. Every sales development rep needs to book more appointments simpler than ever before. It's the golden jewel of inactive days. Use that to your best advantage. And this is Sales Secrets, episode 540. Every day on Sales Secrets, we share 3 secrets to help you maximize sales and make more money today. These secrets span inside sales, outside sales, sales management. They span marketing. They span entrepreneurship, motivation, and venture capital fundraising. So that way, if you're tuning in to the show and you may not like one secret, don't worry. We've got other secrets spanning a number of content secret pillars for you to maximize sales and make more money today. Thanks for tuning in. It's your host, Brandon Bornanson, with my co-host, JP. Every day, we're going to be shooting Sales Secrets live. We're still figuring out the day and time. Sorry, every day we're doing it. We don't know. But in the comments, let us know if you want this show to be in the morning, if you want it to be in the afternoon. You know, give us a time that you would love this show to be every day where you can easily tune in. You could easily tune in while you're working. You could easily tune in. You know, is mornings best? Is afternoon best? Is evening best? Let us know. We want to maximize your ability to watch this show, because these secrets, you're just one secret away from generating $1 million in sales and winning President's Club Awards at presidentsclubawards.com. So we want to make sure you can tune in and let us know in the comment section. Let us know in the feed. Let us know via DM. And also don't forget, new videos daily. So subscribe now on YouTube, LinkedIn, on podcasts, you name it. Make sure you subscribe. New videos daily, new secrets daily across 25 different categories. It's going to be epic. So thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you. Can't wait to watch every day. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Appreciate you guys. And talk soon.
This show is sponsored by Seamless.ai, the world's best sales leads. Get direct dials, emails, and cell phones for anyone in seconds. Request an invite to join for free at Seamless.ai. That's Seamless.ai. Thank you for listening to Sales Secrets with Brandon Bernanson. If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss an episode that drops on the daily. Your success is our success.